It says it's showtime. Rightio then, let's get the show on the road. Happy Monday. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live, my first live of the week. And I'm going to pass along some information that I suffer with as well as maybe a few of you do. So I'm going to pull up this little ticker tape here, and it's going to say, where is it? Where is it? What's going on here? There we go. 15 things people who don't suffer with migraines don't get about migraines. So we're going to have a little bit of a conversation about that. So migraine sufferers, as myself, may treat those around them with a whole gamut of emotions, mood shifts, all those kinds of things, leaving many people to ponder: is it real? Is she faking it? You may not have done anything, and to be snapped at or to be yelled at, or you might find me in a puddle of tears. So before we go any further, there's a link up above. It says StreamYard. If this is your very first time here, you have never caught one of my lives before, and you want to participate in the conversation, you'll just have to give the link permission to see your little profile picture, and then your profile will pop up here on the screen. And then I know who I'm having a conversation with. If you want to sit in the background and just take in a whole bunch of this information, that is perfectly fine, and I will get on with it here. So when someone doesn't suffer from debilitating headaches, it's very hard to express how painful they can be. There could be a lot of unknowns to why you're having a migraine or why they are coming into play here. So, and you can pop up again on here. And this is my husband. He's actually popping up on here. It says, "Hi, I'm me again. Don't know what happened. I don't like your migraines." Yeah, he suffers because I suffer, and then we don't get too much done around here. So I have to be in a dark room and all of those kinds of things. So first off, they are not just headaches. So for people that are having migraines, do be patient with them. And maybe you can take a few notes on these things and gain some takeaways. So they can be multi-system, or they can be genetic, and it can be a neurological disorder. Some of the symptoms or behaviors, when witnessed, are not what they seem to be. So maybe somebody's acting a little bit differently, and you're not really exactly sure as to why. So there's 4 little questions here you can ask yourself if you're around somebody that is maybe suffering with a migraine and you don't really know what's going on. You can ask these questions. Do you feel like the people in your life understand your migraines and how they impact you? And so then I'm going to give you 4 little questions. Yes, they understand you. The people in my life understand, and are well informed when I have a migraine for the most part. So that's number 1. Number 2, they somewhat understand, but they don't quite get it. Number 3, they understand a few things, not getting as to why the pain is. They're thinking that maybe, well, just pop a pill and take some medication and get on with your day. And number 4, most everyone in my life thinks that it's just a headache. So the truth is, most sufferers fake trying to feel normal and to get on with their day. And they are actually having, probably, pardon me, quite a bit of pain. They don't want to stand out, or they want to keep a strong relationship intact. So they pull through it. They fight their way through some of these things that are happening, some of these things that are going on. So most time it can be a rare occurrence to actually feel good with no symptoms of any kind. So some of the strange behaviors that sufferers may exhibit that people don't understand, I'm going to share, or I'm going to pass along to you 7 of them today. And then if you tune into my live on Wednesday on the same page, just tap on the notifications so that you'll get notified when this comes live, and then you can gain the other ones. So number 1 is, why are they such picky eaters? They just get nauseous. They might not be saying that they don't want to try whatever it is that you have made. That could be a really tasty dish. But a lot of migraine sufferers can't stand different textures or smells or tastes, and they just get nauseous. So they don't end up having a very good appetite because of it, because of their nausea. So the second one, number 2, is people think that we don't yawn as a result of being bored or tired. We may have difficulties with our sleep patterns, and they may be inconsistent. A yawn can be a sign of protochrome, which is the first phase of a four phases of pain, which the brain is asking and begging for more oxygen. So that's number 2. Number 3 is we have a good sense of smell. Some people say we smell like a bear. We smell it first before we can see it. So that could be a good thing, or that could be a bad thing. A good thing, before or during or after, all of our senses are heightened. It could be, maybe you could say, like a superpower. So a migraine sufferer could almost have like a superpower because they can smell so good. And ask my husband, I have a pretty good sense of smell, and it sometimes annoys him. So the detraction to that is strong smells like perfumes, paint, glue, deodorant, special shampoos, the smell of gas can put all of our senses on a high alert, and can bring on a migraine, bring on an extreme migraine. Our eyes usually give away what our nose detects. So you might see redness in our eyes, or pinchy eye look, and anything like that. So number 4, why do people that suffer with migraines, why are they non-committal? Well, they don't want, they're unpredictable of when a migraine can occur. So they don't want to let people down that are in their life, that are having a special occasion, special family gathering, and they don't want to disappoint you by canceling out, because they don't know when they're going to be hit like a board with a migraine. So they might be vague and not want to be, they might not want to make a commitment to the date and time that maybe you have set out there for, like I said, this special occasion. Number 5, we're not insecure. A lot of people that are suffering with migraines maybe will grab their arms. They may be hunched over just because their head is aching, and they become, it's not because we're insecure, it's because we're freezing. Our body temperatures can't regulate, especially in our hands and feet. Our nose will become cold, and this is very common occurrence before you actually get an attack of a migraine. So just be aware of that. Number 6, we truly hate calling in sick. And a lot of people that maybe we work for or whatever believe that maybe we are faking it. And we want to be able to fulfill our obligations to our employer, or our team, or our coworkers. And we hate calling in sick. But some of these attacks can be so debilitating that you can't drive, you can't function, you can't look at a computer, you can't even get a train of thought going. So it's just very, very hard and very, very difficult. So you want to be a dependable member of a team, and you don't want to have to call in sick. And number 7 for today is super sensitive, sense or overwhelmed easily. So you might see somebody that's suffering with a migraine, they might all of a sudden bolt from a room because they'll get a waft of something up their nose, and they won't be able to take it. And they'll get the immediate feeling, maybe of feeling nauseous, and don't get frustrated or angry with them, because they are trying not to offend you by their behavior, because they are leaving the room because of the feeling of their stomach. They feel like they're going to throw up. So bright sounds, loud sounds, smells make people nauseous, and that can lead to vomiting. So we all end up hiding in a dark room, asking the kids to go and play somewhere else. We just want to be left alone. Like you'll get this throbbing in your head. Sometimes you'll see an aura around either the sides of your eyes, or at the top or at the bottom. You might see like a twinkling of lights, and that can be the onset of a more extreme migraine coming on. Sometimes when we have the twinkling of lights, it's a sign. It's called a migraine as well, but it's called a non-painful migraine, because there usually isn't pain involved with when you're seeing the lights flashing around in your eyes and those things. So please stay tuned for part 2 on Wednesday, same time, on the same page here, but it'll just be on Wednesday instead of today. So hopefully you gain some value and give you a little bit of understanding of what some of us suffer with when we are going through some of these different stages. And I don't know, I'm going to do some more research to see if it has to do anything with the phases of the moon as well, because We had barometric pressure changes, and we also had a full moon, and was down for the count for 3 days with the migraine last week. So that's why I thought it was very valuable to pass along to you. And like I said, we will see you again on Wednesday to deal with the rest of this. So for anyone coming in on the replay, do let me know where it is you're coming in from. Hashtag replay and let me know, and I will give you a shout out after the fact. Thank you everyone for being here, and take care and have yourself a good evening.